Christmas is a time of cheer, isn't it? Well, that's supposedly the deal, you know. We all go to things like pantomimes. Oh, yes, we do. And of course, you know, you enjoy that sort of festive spirit. Get your teeth in there, Neil, festive spirit. And the thing is, when you go to the theatre at this time of year, it is an experience sometimes, of course, for the very first time for young people. You suddenly find that they enjoy the magic of theatre. Now, over here in the United Kingdom, things are really taking a turn for the worst. I would say we've seen this before, have we not, with audiences, you know, on phones, tapping messages out, WhatsApping ping noises, and you have these thespians, don't you, who stop the play, you know. Apparently a few people disrupted the recent play of a Shakespeare sort of an event with the former Doctor Who David Tennant. Some might say a bit of a blessing, considering, of course, what he said about the current British Conservative Party leader, Kemi Badenoch. But, and it wasn't her in the audience either, look that up. But what's interesting is this, over at the Hammersmith Odeon, I think it's the Apollo or whatever it's called now, but I always know it as the Hammersmith Odeon. This particular situation developed very quickly. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Morning, how are you? You all right? Thank you so much as ever for joining me. And of course, as I say, if you've been to see a panto and you are in the United Kingdom, who did you see? Who do you like? And what is your favourite panto? Yes. Well, what is, you know, there's all sorts, isn't there? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, Aladdin. Yeah, which do you prefer? I mean, when you think about it now, it's suspended belief, isn't it, to think that, of course, in this woke-aratory age, that Cinderella is allowed to wait, of course, to see if the slipper fits. Can you imagine, well, with the bunions, yeah, the sciatica, could you get it on? I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It's not, oh, it must be hard being cinders. Oh, yes, it is. Well, over at the Hammersmith Odeon, they've got a brand new production, which is doing good business, in fact, based on the hit television show, of course, with Nicholas Lyndhurst and the brilliant Sir David Jason, Only Fools and Horses. Met Sir David on many occasions, lovely chap, met Nicholas, wonderful man, and of course, they created, with the rest of a stellar cast, a British comedy classic that's shown time and time again. The stage version is doing very well and has had many guest stars, including the footballer Vinnie Jones. This happened though the other night. They brought in two cast members of colour, and there was a bit of, shall we say, altercation by one particular individual in the audience. This is because in the original scripts by John Sullivan there were no such characters, but time evolves and things move on. And this has really divided everybody, and here's the thing that I would put to you. Now, I get the fact that obviously we're a different country when John Sullivan wrote that 40 years ago now plus, and of course people expect to see different things like their own, as it were. But what you might suggest if you were the theatre bosses, and this is the problem, you see, and this is what I truly believe, is that, say, if you take a situation, about many years ago, I went for an audition for a musical. I had no idea until I was in the lineup and I realised I was the only blonde that, in fact, this musical was called Bombay Dreams. Right? Can you imagine? But they just said Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, which it was. But I'd no idea it was basically an Asian cast. I didn't burst into tears. I thought, marvellous. I wish the agent had looked into that more deeply before they waste your time. You know what I'm saying? But in this day and age now, what you need to do, in my sort of opinion, to contrast this colour-blind casting, as they call it, and it's very simple. Say in the musical Hamilton, which is currently at the Victoria Palace Theatre in the very heart of London, if they were to cast a white actor, singer, dancer, whatever they need to be, in the lead role, albeit for, you know, however long it is, 3 months, 6 months, whatever, if people accept that, then I think they're more accepting of the other side. Seemingly, it's one-way casting. And this is the problem with theatre. They're trying to tick boxes to make everybody say, oh, look, we're doing the right thing. Nobody cares as long as the actor, actress is talented and they're taking on the role. And in this particular instance, they're making the people laugh, which is, of course, what Only Fools and Horses is about. If you get a chance to see it, don't be put off. It's a wonderful show. But the bottom line is, do you agree? It should go both ways. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of Yorkshire.